Hey, buddy.
Alright, my name is Quintus Francis. I'm a sophomore here at UL. My major is civil engineering.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Quintus.
Quintus, yeah.
Quintus, and we also have our team members, Anika,
Anusha as the computer.
and Anika as
As the
observer. Okay, so for Quintus, I would love to give you some things that we're working on currently. So, firstly, we will be going through this application. This is a paper prototype for which we need to have your consent for photography and everything. And we need a verbal yes from you.
Yes.
Okay, so it's good. Okay, so the other thing is we are going through the application, which is a paper prototype. So we are checking the app, not you. So you just go through like anything what you see in the app, and we would expect, let's say, after completing everything, you'd give some sort of like feedback about like things that you like or dislike or something like that, right?
Okay.
So it won't take more than maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So it won't be like, it doesn't take a lot of tool to somebody, right? So apart from it, I think we could start like right now then. So okay.
You can come.
So I'll just focus the camera to to the screen. So before moving forward, if you have anything to ask, Quintus, you could go ahead right now, or we can start.
Nah, we can start.
All right.
I just want to see how it works.
Okay, so basically, this is a app where you see all these login screens and everything. In general, what happens is when you create a mobile application, firstly it starts to paper prototype. So this is a paper prototype that we're working on. So firstly, we'll ask you to do a few of the tasks that's written out there. So I'll just guide you through everything. It won't be like a very big, problematic kind of like very difficult things.
Mhm.
So firstly, I would like to so we assume that you have already logged into our app. So we'll want you to log into our app. So how would you go through like logging in the app? Well, if let's suppose this is your screen, then how would you do this?
You would just.
Yeah, so you could use your
Press
fingers
the buttons.
to.
Oh, so.
Yeah, so you just. Okay. Yeah, just a second. So you.
So once you press
Yeah,
the
it works
username,
like this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Keyboard.
Yeah.
So it'll be like.
Yeah, I mean, you could. All right.
And then password, stuff like that.
Okay, so username is done. So now maybe you can use the cursor, the password. Great.
have the password,
Okay.
and if it's correct, you come.
Okay. Now
And then
let's.
you can log in.
Okay, log in. So we got into the next page. That's our home screen. So this is our dashboard. So we have like analytical part, task environment, and update progress. So I would also add one thing here. So it's if you feel like anything that goes into your mind while looking through this app, you could think out loud too. Like let's say okay, currently I'm seeing, let's say, like a dashboard which has this kind of thing. So it will be easier for us to understand like how users think, kind of thing, right? So here, this is our dashboard. So anything that pops up into your mind, then you could just share it with us.
Assuming that I would log into this app, I would instantly go to task. Because
Okay.
assuming that I have something to do.
Correct. Okay.
Or I'll be checking to see if I have something to do.
Correct. Okay. So let's proceed with the tasks then. Okay. So this is a to-do list environment where, in general, the app that we are building here is a productivity app which has all this to-do list, which also integrates with your phone calendar, and also it gives you some reminder systems. And in the better versions, it will be very smart that it will understand about how the user have their own data provided to the app. So currently let's work on like creating a to-do list for you. So this is your screen. So how would you?
Based on the task, is it easier for you to like navigate which
Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure. So it'll be, just the plus sign, right?
okay.
And then this will come up.
So you are writing like, let's say, like read chapter 1.
Yeah, so it'll be like,
Yeah. And the finals are coming, so
Yeah, for
why
sure.
not to start by chapter 1, right?
And then
Yeah.
chapter 1 pops
So
up.
we have this screen popped up. So
then you do another one, right?
yeah. So
No, you need to go.
so for now, let's assume that we are just doing like one task. So we are also we also want you to have it set up in your calendar, phone's calendar. So if you want to integrate this read chapter 1 to the phone's calendar, so where you would press.
You click on the calendar,
Good.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
then
you
the
go to the
calendar
calendar.
pops in.
Let's
It'll be, what, April 25th.
Okay, 25th.
It'll be done.
Done. Okay.
And then the reminder.
And then the reminder
Oh, then the
section.
reminder section. Okay.
Okay.
Then this pops up.
Pick a day and time. So we got this stream.
Pick a day and time so I could set a reminder for me to read chapter 1 on the 25th.
Okay, 25th.
So I would just pick a day like maybe the 24th right before.
Okay, 24th. Okay, and
At 4.
okay, done. Let's
And
say.
then it'll be done.
Okay, good.
Done.
Yeah. So
Then this will pop up.
July 10th. Yes.
great. All right. So when you
And then
after
you
this, you
done.
okay, cool. So we are again in the dashboard.
Uh-huh.
So once we are done with this task, so we will also see if, let's assume that you have completed reading your chapter 1, right? So you are in the night time when you're already completed, so you update the task.
Yeah.
So in that case, you would,
Update progress.
exactly. So you go to this page and you have this progress update page. So currently you have read chapter 1 that you have written earlier.
Right.
So you just
So I would just select like the little bubble.
create, yep. Okay, so this one pops up,
Mhm.
and then like it's good to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So would I click home again?
yep, yep. So so here you have put your tasks. You have updated your task. So now let's go on to the analytical part.
Uh-huh.
So for now we have like one task, but you might have maybe 10s or 15s or 20 different tasks. So you need
Yeah.
to like keep track of everything. So for that, so we have so this is the whole. So if you were to go for analytics part,
I would have to click on analytics.
exactly, yep. Okay, so you got this environment,
Mhm.
and you see some of the stuffs, and yep. So it's just the analytical part. The more data you give, the more you get the output.
Right.
So that's pretty much it. So we'd love to hear from you, like what are the things that you think like.
No, this is definitely a good idea. A lot of people, if we don't set reminders, we tend to forget maybe about assignments or reading chapters or whatnot. So this is a very good thing. I like how you can pick a date to remind you before,
Okay.
like before the day you actually have to read
Okay.
or like study or whatever. I like that you have that about your app, and I like the analytics part.
Okay, so yeah, we were, as we are thinking about building an app, so we're more focused towards the analytical part so that you could understand, like, what are the things that you're doing right, or let's say, what is your streak,
Yeah.
what's your streak, what's your, past, let's say, like the percentage that you have done the task or something like that, so that you could understand like what you did or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, so basically, yeah. So we do have some other let's say there are so many other productivity apps out there, but we want to make it as simple as possible,
Yeah.
so that we do not get crowded with all these new different things. So, and that is so much crowded, so much of information that we tend to not open the app these days, right? So this happens a lot. So we're working on that, and so any like feedback in terms of the whole overall the structure, let's say like anything that you feel this could make it a little bit even better or something like that.
Y'all have it down to one of the simplest forms I've ever seen about with
Sorry.
a reminder app.
Okay.
So I mean, to be honest, this is like really well put together.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
Was it really difficult for you to navigate?
No, it wasn't. That's why it's like one of the simplest things I've ever seen, but yet so useful.
Okay, that's so cool.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah. So seems like our like the thing is already done.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely like thank you a lot
For sure.
in
yeah.
terms of like giving us the content and then giving us feedback and everything. Yep. So maybe we could
Thank you
close
so
it.
much.
Yeah. And